Welcome to the Car Guy Show. Join award-winning magazine publisher Tim Miller and national champion race driver Kristen Traeger as they look at Texas car life and Texas car culture. Join them as they meet car guys in their cars, in their garages, and at their clubs and events. Come along for a real kick in the asphalt.
Welcome to the Car Guy Show. I'm your host, Tim Miller, and I'm standing smack dab in the center of Winter Circle at Texas Motor Speedway. We're here for the 2014 Spring Lone Star Nationals Good Guys Show. You know, there's a lot of winning cars here, and we're going to go take a close look at them right now. We're here with Betsy Bennett, the event director for the Good Guys Show here at Texas Motor Speedway, and we've had a little rain that just started. The morning started out great, actually.
I know.
But tell me a little bit more about the event.
Well, this event, when it's dry and sunny, has about 2,000 hot rods, customs, and classics, and it fills the entire infield of the Speedway. It's a beautiful sight. We have stock cars on the track, we got vendor exhibits, swap meet, cars for sale, so there's really something for everyone who loves cars out here.
It's the largest car show that we have, where you get all your cars, all your different types of cars here, and the people come from all over, all around the other states. This is the one that's closest to our area where I live here in Weatherford, Texas.
This is my, third year down here. We came down, A, to autocross it, and B, because Kansas City's not having it anymore. It's a little bit of a trip, but friendly people. Usually nice weather, usually. So yeah, it's just a fun trip.
It's a pretty good turnout. The quality of cars that show up down here is very, very good. There's a lot of people from this part of the country, and it's just a nice event to come to.
I think it's really cool to see cars that are like 50 years older than me, and they still look like they're brand new.
I love them. Narcotic is the word.
The thing I like about coming down to these types of events, especially this one, you see a lot of pickups down here and a lot of Camaros. So I kind of stand out a little. Yeah, we come down and play on the autocross course, have a blast. I'm not real competitive with them because I can't keep up, but got a lot more car and a lot more weight. And I think the best part about being in the Speedway down here is we get to cruise the track. That works. It's a lot of fun.
It's a nice place to have it. A lot of things to do around this part, you know. The race cars are here usually at the racetrack going on too. It's kind of different things to watch and see.
Good Guys is a good car show to come to. Being here on this Speedway and NASCAR track is really a nice place to bring it to. It's clean, very congenial. Been coming for ever since it came to Texas. We've been coming just like 20 years now with Good Guys.
Love being in the Texas Motor Speedway. We have 2 shows a year here, and this is you guys have a great car culture here. You have a lot of cool cars, and this event and the fall event have both done very, very well. People are loving them, and we're sorry about the rain, but hopefully tomorrow will be dry and we'll carry on.
Well, I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully no rain.
That's
Thanks.
your job. Bring the sun.
All right. Even a forecast of rain doesn't keep the car guys away from the Good Guys Show. Coming up next, we meet the Cone Killer. Stay with us.
I'm Jeff Kramer, and this is a 1957 Moore Roadster. It's a one-off car built by Cecil Moore, who lived in Iowa. Has a 270 cubic inch Dodge Red Ram Hemi engine in it. The car was built on a 56 Corvette chassis. He hand laid the fiberglass and created his own dream machine. I like the body work. It's You know, from different angles you can see a little bit of Ferrari, a little bit of early Jaguar, you know, this and that. The interior is original, kind of the roll-in pleat that was typical of the 1950s. The engine is placed behind the rear axle of the car, so it's a front mid-engine car. It was featured in Hot Rod Magazine in October 1959. I remembered reading the article in Hot Rod Magazine when I was a kid, and so when a friend of mine showed me photographs of the car, I was already about half hooked into buying it. And of course then that began the restoration of the car, which took about 2.5 years. My wife and I have owned the car about 6 years. We did the restoration on it. It's been a joy to own and have. I like it because you know, it's a period piece. You know, it's not a modern reproduction of hot rods of the time. In other words, it's a real hot rod from the 50s, and I think it has a lot of charm. It fills us with pride to be able to find a car, restore it, and at some point in the future see it go off to another owner. It's going to be kind of neat to see that happen.
Welcome back to the show. We're at the Wall of Champions, where there's a pretty impressive list of names here. Although I can't find the Cone Killer anywhere on this list, but I do know he is making his mark here at the Good Guys Show.
It's a 1932 Chevrolet 5-window coupe. It has a 425 Buick nailhead. It's a rare motor out of a 66 Riviera. It's been chopped 4 inches, channeled 6, and Z'd 18. Everything on it's been handmade. It took me 4 years to build the car, and I've been driving it for a year, entering drag races, burnout contests, road races, mud drags, anything I can drive. It's been a lot of fun. We were coming back from Austin from a car show, and I had a chop top Ford truck, and this hippie walked up to us at a gas station, looked like the drummer from the Muppets, and he just said, "Hey man, I got a car just like that," and pointed at my friend's car, and he goes, I'll sell it to you guys look like you know what's going on." And I was like, "All right, where's it at?" And he's like, "I live in that trailer house right across the highway." So we get in the car, and sure enough, it's sitting in the backyard. It was just the body, the doors, and the dash, and he wanted $500 for it, and I was like, "I'll give you 3. And he's like, "All right, but you got to make me a promise. You got to do a burnout when you get it done." I was like, "I'll do a burnout. I'll trench your yard. I'll do donuts in your house. Whatever you want, man. Sure, let's do it." And I've been working on it ever since. It's been in a couple magazines, and it's done more than I've ever thought it would be. It takes about 10 minutes to get gas because everybody, you know, people want to look at it and take pictures, and I let little kids sit in it. You know, that's why it is what it is. You can touch the car, you can sit on the car. And I built the car just tall enough where I can do this. I like the nice cars, they're nice to have. It's just out of my price range. Me and a bunch of friends built this car from scratch. The frame's handmade. The fan shroud, Speedway sells it for $100. It's made out of cookie sheets from Walmart. It's $3. You know, just stuff like that. It's just got parts from all different kinds of cars. The intake's handmade, the headers are handmade. I've got seats out of a crashed stump plane. Just whatever I can find and whatever I see, I see it in my car, and then I went and got it. This roof I made out of a bed sheet, chicken wire, and fiberglass. I can't afford to pay somebody to do it, so I got to figure it out myself. I came down here and entered as a joke, and I made top 5. I probably got 15 grand in this car. And I'm running with these guys at, you know, $200,000 cars. There's no discrimination. You can race, and it's fun. I ain't the greatest driver, but I have the most fun. I guarantee you that. Fun. Slid all over the place and had a good time. I just put a new positive traction rear end in the car and a 350 gear, so this is a first time out on this course to do that, and I'm trying to get used to the throttle steer because my car, the wheelbase is so long and the turns are so tight I have to steer with throttle. I'm finding myself doing donuts, which turns the crowd. They all stand up and cheer because now, because of that, they're calling me the crowd favorite, but also they're calling me the cone killer. To me, that's what makes it fun. I don't care about my times, I just want to just slide all over the place. If you watch these cars that get traction, it's kind of boring to watch because there's no smoke, there's no there's nothing. It just looks like they're a daily driver. But then I get out there and I'm blowing smoke everywhere and sliding the car sideways. And I mean, I've actually kind of learned how to drift the car. It's kind of crazy. This is Shannon, a friend of mine, and she's never been in anything like this. And so she signed up to ride because you can bring passengers out here. And she had a great time. I think she screamed all the way because I could hear her over the motor, which is pretty impressive.
He offered to let me ride with him. Had a blast. It was so much fun. So had me sliding all over the place.
You get in here and it's crazy because it's such a closed quarter car that there's nowhere to go and nowhere to slide, and you're just along for the ride. It's awesome.
Burnt donuts in the morning. There's nothing like it. Coming up next, there's more than car guys on this show. We visit with a car gal. Stay with us. We're at the Good Guys show where there's plenty of car guys, but we happen to run into a very special car gal.
Welcome back to the Car Guy Show. We're here with a car gal, Donna. Donna, tell us about your car.
Well, it's a 1971 Vega, and that I race NHRA divisionals. It's a 434 small block. I've had it probably 11 years. My brother had it before me. He built it, and he's an auto mechanic at our auto body at Plano High School. Okay. And the students in the auto body side painted it.
We purchased the car as a race car about 15 years ago, and through the school that I work with, we actually have rebuilt the car and got it to its current state, and we've been doing that for the last 15 years or so.
So you race it?
Yes.
Recently?
Last weekend in Houston,
Last weekend in Houston? How'd you
Baytown. Lost first round.
Lost the first round. Well, that's all right. Can't win all the time, right?
It was a first race. This year, we just freshened up some things. We put new tires all the way around, new slicks. And then Robert only did a few things with the engine, so it really didn't have a lot to get ready for this season other than, the new slicks.
We've completely rebuilt the front suspension, rear suspension, all the braking system, engine and transmission, the paint and body, everything about the car we've actually had to redo, and all the kids and students I've had over the years have helped us do that.
How long have you been racing?
Well, 11 years in this car. I started in my street car that I had at the time. It was a Corvette, and then I moved up to this one.
Oh, outstanding. So you've been doing it a
So
while.
I've been doing it, I'm trying to think how old I am. About 13 years.
Okay, well, we won't do the math. So
No, about 13 years.
13 years is fine, okay. Well, as you can see, the Car Guy Show is not just about guys, but about car gals as well.
We love our car gals. Coming up next, we go with Team Texas on the track at TMS.
I acquired this car about 3 years ago. It was originally a Signet Gold, black vinyl top, black interior, all original car. It had been 3 owners. It had been sold in Englewood, Colorado. That's where it was all its life till I bought it. This is a 400 engine, although it's a 1973. The original engine got blown up early on, and this car has been a very enjoyable project. It brings back such great memories from when I was in high school and I had my 66, and it's reliving some of those days that I enjoyed and really couldn't afford to have the car like I wanted that I can have today. I grew up working on cars when I was a kid. I always admired older guys than me in high school that had the hot rods and stuff. So as soon as I got old enough to drive, I started looking for cars. The first car that I actually wanted was a 1967 Chevelle. Found the 66 GTO instead, so it started there. And I've had cars all the way till a year before I got married in 1977. And so after raising kids and getting them up and grown, back in 2010, I decided it was time to get back into my car world. So I started looking for cars and building my collection and enjoying them. And when you drive up in a 67 GTO, especially Tyrol Blue, people will stop and look and ask questions. It's just a jaw dropper. Today I'm able to enjoy the car as I've dreamed about it for many, many years.
Welcome back. One of the great things about Texas Motor Speedway is there's a lot to do, and one of those experiences that I love is getting on the track with Team Texas. We're here on the track at Texas Motor Speedway along with Team Texas driver Kelly Bussey.
That's correct. How are you?
I'm doing just great. Tell me a little bit about this experience.
Well, this is one of the only places in the country you can come and drive a real authentic Sprint Cup stock car at Texas Motor Speedway, where you can pass, draft, run side by side, do it in 10-lap programs where you actually drive the car 150 plus miles an hour. Most aggressive racing school in the country.
Hot off the track is Amy with a Team Texas experience. What'd you think?
It was awesome. It was so great. We went so fast. I couldn't even lift my head up off the back of the seat. It was great.
So do you think you reached the 160 mile per hour mark?
Oh, definitely. I wish I could have gone faster, but I also wish I could have been driving too.
I'm seeing all ages coming off the track here.
All ages are welcome, of course. Obviously, we've got programs for ride-alongs for the little ones, and if you want to drive a car, all you got to do is be 17 with a driver's license and older. And we've had folks up into their 90s driving cars, and you're welcome to drive them as fast as you like. Of course, you know, we're in there to help you and instruct you along the way, so it's safe as can be, and one of the most competitive things you'll ever do.
So what do you think? What did you think of it?
Oh, it was great. It was great. When we saw the cars going around, we were looking at the car show, said there's got to be a way to do that. So when my daughter found out that this was a possibility, she was all over it. She's been a gearhead since she was just a little one.
Well, I also see that you have a NASCAR limousine, limo. So how do I get that for my next party or adventure?
Well, as long as it's not raining, you know, since it's topless over there, you'll be fine. We give rides to all ages in that as well. It's $15 a person. You come out, take a ride around the track. We stop in the middle of turns 1 and 2, let you see the banking, give you a real feel for what it's all about at 55 miles an hour.
Well, so are you taking me on the track today?
I'll be glad to if you'd like to go. And anybody can do it at teamtexas.com.
All right, let's go. Oh, yeah. Only on the Car Guy Show. Now that is a kick in the asphalt. Woo! Yeah, man.
Nice
job.
job.
That's awesome, yeah. Wow, what an amazing ride and what an amazing day at the Good Guys Show here at Texas Motor Speedway. That's it for this week's show. Now it's time for me for a little Days of Thunder going solo. Going solo. Where's the handle on this thing? How do I gotta jump in this thing?
Like this show? Want more? Then head to WatchPTTV.com, the new 100% free PowerTube TV streaming network. Home of the best classic and new motorsports racing and build shows on the web.